For Learning Activity 3, there are 5 main objectives, but the focus of this particular learning activity is introduction to theories and approaches to teaching science, and you're going to do some exploring of different web pages that have been created by previous students. But then the final thing is you're going to begin your own web page for your semester-long project this semester. That is what you're going to use to display that project. So I want you to get a head start on what you can do in terms of website development. So scrolling down through, obviously you've got your checklist, but let's look at what we have for the introduction to theories. And I tried to log in as student so you could see, so it would be more like what you actually get to see on your own. There are 4 main theories that you're going to look at this week: interdisciplinary education, learning cycle, project-based learning, and eco-justice. This is an image of what the learning cycle kind of looks like. And if you notice, you don't start in any one spot. It's a circular process. You may go from explore back to evaluate, engage. Any of those will work. And this is looking at eco-justice, which is in some ways very community-based, environmental. It's where social justice and environmental justice come together. But it can really be used to teach a lot of different topics. It doesn't have to be just science, and it doesn't have to be just cause-driven. But as you go down through, these are some of the questions and things that I want you to think about as you explore the web pages. What you're going to do is take notes on this and then write up approximately 250 words per theory for each week. And then what's going to happen, I want you to think about what theory might best fit your own teaching style. And then you're going to choose either a research-based article and include citations for that and explain, kind of how that article helped you expand your understanding of the theory you selected. Or you can choose 2 practitioner-based articles. And what that means is an article used for teaching. So does it talk about the practice of teaching? It's called a practitioner article. All right, so when you want to get into these, if you click, it just automatically takes you to a website. We'll go to this one first. And it should open up in a new page, and then you can go back to the original. Okay, so I'm not going to explore. Just wanted to make sure you knew how to find it. So we're going to go back to Learning Activity 3. Across the top. You might know a faster way of doing it, but this is just my approach. You have a website for the learning cycle, but since that's the format you're going to be using throughout the semester for creating your lesson plans, I wanted to have a few extra things. This is a really good, just quick overview. This gives you very detailed explanations for how each of the 5 E's can be constructed. And then finally, you have the rubric and a format for your lesson plans. I want to open this up real quick and just kind of show you what that looks like. This rubric is exactly what you're going to see in CourseDen. That's how I'm grading you on everything. Make sure you've got a formal and an informal assessment, objectives, what additional resources, make sure you're focusing on culture, diversity. And then as you scroll down, you see procedures. So first E, second, third, fourth, 5 E's. It's just very, very basic, but that's how your lesson plans are going to be graded. Now let's go back to overview, since we're still on some things in that. And then we come down to some directions for creating a web page. These are not super detailed. I want you to choose the web page design that works best for you. Wix, Weebly, WordPress, all of those are good. Google Sites is a good one. Things that you can start to include on there. Just make sure you have 4 separate pages and then start looking on how you want to add to it. But you may want to title it whatever it is your semester project was going to be. You signed up for that in week 1. Learning Activity 1. So you should be starting on that already, I hope. Fingers crossed. So we're going to make that smaller. Things that I want you to turn in this time. You're not having a small group discussion. That does not happen for LA3. But you do have the theory synthesis with references. You're having a quiz, reviewing the learning cycle, and then a link to your webpage. I'm not looking for content. I just want to know that you've started it and that what you have there I can open. Because by the time you get to the end, if I can't open a file, I'm not going to grade your webpage. And that is going to get really frustrating for you because you're going to get a bad grade. And I don't want that to happen. So that gets us through Learning Activity 3. Hopefully you are feeling a little more comfortable with the class and the pace of things. I know it's fast, but hopefully it's going well. And as always, let me know if you have questions. Discussion board, students' comments, questions, and concerns, and I will do what I can. Thanks.